Don't want to kill. We need to go, we need a freedom. We need a Biafra restoration. United Nations declare them wanted because they want to kill us. They want to wipe us. They want to finish us. Hey, they are the cheats, thieves, and the criminals. Buhari, you are the one. Boko Haram, we know you. Israel, you are there. Support United Nations to declare them wanted. They want to Islamize us. They want to kill us all. They are the one Boko Haram. They can't stop Biafra. The baboons and the monkeys. The people by their side, they are liars. They are the baboons and the monkeys. They want to kill us, no way. They hear from us down. There's no going back, cause we are the will of God. Abbas, Muhammad Buhari, you are the one. You are very bad, we know you. You need a God, you need a weapon, you need a worship. Muhammad Buhari, what is your mind? Oh, Abasaya, Chukwabia mind, Abasaya, Chukwabia mind, Abasaya, Chukwabia mind. In the zoo, think very well, reason very fast. Come and join us now. Biafra is very real. Navy in the zoo, police in the zoo. Come and join us now. Biafra is very real. They want to Islamize. Come and join the Biafra now. Come and join a better place. You are the failure to Nigeria. Mohammed Buhari, you are the Boko Haram. We know. Isoko Ahaba Ijo. We are all Biafra. Ibibio Shekiri Igede. We are all Biafra. Afik, we are Biafra. Igbos, Igala, Igwoja, we are all Biafra. Join us. Biafra is real. They want to Islamize us. They want to kill. We are the ones. The Boko Harams. Mohammed Buhari, the president of the zoo. You are a failure. You cannot stop us now. We know you. We know you.
Yes, wonderful Biafran people across the globe. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Quite unfortunate, I'm coming up a little bit late this morning, but that having been said, I say this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uchi Ukafomefo. He is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Mazi Uchi Ukafomefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nande Okukano. He is the king of Afari Beku, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people for more than 60 years now. He is from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Of course, Abo is in Edo State. Abo is in Edo State. So when you hear Ebake, it's Abo. Eboto, it's Abo. Ewuru, Ekmo, Alishime, Alagwa. All these are numerous Abo community in Edo State. But this morning, I will start by appreciating Chukwukika Abiyama, the one who sits in heaven and preside over the affair of man. For in the end, he is the one who has set our feet upon this path, that we may walk through us. And I say to him, Anye na jage mao, makanezuku ne maramai, ehonanya ne nage ubiomage, o juru anyanya dadio, ingwe gembangwe, o digonye dekage, ebu alpha no omega. Anyinine na sena ne demao ise. And so, as always, we move to our topic this morning, which is simply titled The Power Behind Our Misery. The power behind our misery. Our problem in Nigerian state is a complicated one. You can agree with me on that. Considering the fact that a lot of countries and international organizations, and well as members of the component nation, they want Biafrans down. And it is very important we all begin to reconsider the power behind our misery circumstance. You must analyze your problem. You must view your problem from the enemy's perspective. You must view it from your own perspective. You must view it from a neutral man perspective. You must view it from the view of the ignorant man. You must view it from the perspective of that very high intelligent individual, because nobody have monopoly of wisdom or knowledge, because at the end of the day, each of them will ask us a question. And so it's important we understand where all this nonsense is coming from. One question will be presented to a madman or numerous people to ask. A madman will come and ask you, who are you? The answer you give to them has a role to play. And then a wise man will come and ask you, who are you? And then the next ignorant man will ask you, you said you are who, please? And then the next one will come and ask you. Everybody will ask you the same question, but they are expecting different answer, and they will analyze your response differently. And so if you are able to understand all their mindset, you see, they can't undo you. They will only try, but they can't stop you. Our leader, from the very first day I heard his voice on Radio Biafra, he was trying to solve a puzzle, just one puzzle. Till today, it will amuse you that a lot of Biafrans still have not been able to understand what he's doing. And so your perspective about him is okay. The same way many people will not understand the reason why men and women across the globe are willing to die and give up everything they have achieved to ensure that Biafra is restored, because of their perspective, their view of things around us as a people of Biafra. And so you have been trying to solve a puzzle. And the puzzle he have been trying to solve is, oh, Igala, you are Biafra. Oh, Idoma, you are Biafra. Oh, Efiki, you are Biafra. Ibibio, Anna, you are Biafra. Obobo, Ratunapa, you are all Biafra. Ugebo, all of you are Biafra. Urobo, Shekiri, Jopatan, Imbiama, Oli Abraka, all of you are Biafra. Just one puzzle. But in the heart of our heart, we all know this truth. But something led you to deny your identity. But this morning, that is not the area we are going to. I'm going to ask us just a few questions. 5 questions. And then once you are able to answer this question, depending your own perspective, your own standing, maybe you begin to understand what we are up against. There are cabals everywhere. And cabals, I must assure you, are the power behind our misery. Cabal made it possible that we keep telling ourselves, oh, we are brother, come oh, come oh. Do you know some Igbo people are not Biafra? And when an Igbo man says it's not a Biafra, imagine what a Yoruba man will say. But I want you to understand the misery behind, the power behind the misery we encounter as a people. I asked one question this morning. Why is it that our fathers in the north and in the west, our people in the north and in the west of Nigeria, what stopped them from coming back home to their father's land? Why is it that our people who are in the north, Biafrans who are in the west, Biafrans who are outside Nigeria, what stopped them from coming to develop their village, their town? If you are able to answer this question, you will begin to know the power behind our misery. A Biafra man will wake up one day. He will travel to the nook and cranny of the universe. From the length and breadth of the universe, you have a Biafran man. And after maybe 30, 50 years of sojourning, a day will come where they are supposed to return home. Some of them will say, I will not come home. There is nothing for me at home. They are going to kill me at home. Kidnapper may kidnap me at home. My home is not developed and I cannot go back home. They love Biafra in their hearts. They will give up life itself for Biafra. But yet, they make this decision. And some at the end of the day will say, well, my children come. I'm from Biafra, and this thing Radio Biafra is saying is true. Even though I don't agree with them, now you see I'm an old man, my son, I cannot go back now. I want you people to know, wherever you may be, one day that you are Biafrans. When I die, please, to try and take me home to bury. But if you cannot bury me home, there is no problem. I forgive all of you. From where I found myself, there is no need of going home. And that is the end of the journey. You that was born in the village, grow in the village like me, that understand the beauty of growing in the village, you can't go home. And your son you gave birth to somewhere in Atlanta, Georgia or Brooklyn, New York, you are asking to come to a mosquito-infested country like Nigeria. You are not serious. You are not serious. There is something behind that misery. I can assure you that. And then the next time we say, no, I have to go home. Let's return home. It is retirement. They will land either in Lagos or in Abuja. They lodge in a hotel. And then they begin to analyze village. Oh, there is pothole around the road. Oh, you cannot go home now. There is no light there. This business is better here in Lagos. It is better there in Abuja. And so from retirement, you start another Onyibe right there in Lagos State or in Abuja. The point is, what is preventing you, stopping you? After all years of sojourn, you can't come to your home. There is something wrong you don't know. Some of you will only come home when you are coming to impress or oppress us. You want to oppress us with your car. You want to oppress us with your achievement. That is what brings most of you home. Only very few people. I'm talking to people outside Biafra land. It's not your fault. I'm not trying to tell you it's your fault. I want you to understand. Try to analyze why it is that way. I will answer it this morning. Number 2 question I want to ask you. Find out from yourself, what is chasing us from our land? What is chasing Biafrans out of Biafra land? Or don't you know we run from our land? Your son graduates, your daughter graduates, they need a job, a white-collar job. If they don't have the mindset of going to abroad, the next place they think about is Yoruba land or Hausa Fulani land. Ask yourself that question. If you're able to answer it, you will see we don't have problem as a people at all. As a young boy, when it was time for me to face the world on my own, without my parents, the only place I can get to was Lagos. And when I got to Lagos, things did not work out as I planned. The next place I thought of going to was Abuja. But God gave me a revelation that night, which stopped me from going to Abuja. Maybe I would have been behaving like Hausa Fulani now. And I refused. I decided not to go because God warned me. I have lost interest at that moment of going to diaspora, going anywhere abroad. And I just have to start my life because my perspective of things has changed. That was how I moved down to Port Harcourt. This is Biafra land. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I am asking you, what is chasing us out? I want you to take statistics. Go to university, Biafran University. Go and interview Biafran students. The next thing they tell you, the moment I graduate, I'm traveling out. So what is chasing us in our land? Because it was on record in those days. Instead of a Yoruba person to come and work as a civil servant in Biafra land, they will resign. They will resign. That is the truth. But we are the one, we are going to Zungeru. Everywhere you have our people. What is chasing you from your home? If you don't ask yourself and answer yourself that question, you have a problem. And then I ask the next question. Why did Ojukwu not win election even in his own local government? Ojukwu contested election to be president of Nigeria. Even in his own local government, he didn't win. Does it mean Igbo people hate him? Does it mean Inewu people hate him? Ojukwu, people's general. Some don't like him, but they cannot come out and talk nonsense about him. For the fear of the unknown will catch up with them. But yet he contested for election. In Anambra, Ojukwu did not win. His street people did not vote for him. Have you tried asking yourself this question? If you understand, you will know that time you are thinking that Uzodinma will be the, what is the name of the other one? All these people, why they forget on her name? You have Uzodinma already. And then there was another person who was a governor before he was removed. If that same thing that removed the first governor and put Uzodinma, is the reason, is the same power that makes sure that Ojukwu can't even win election in his own father compound. Answer this question. Everybody have perspective. We can come out and blame Yoruba from here to tomorrow. We can come out and blame Hausa from here to tomorrow. We can come out and blame Fulani from here to tomorrow. We can analyze what we want to analyze. If we are not sincere to answer ourselves this question, I'm not saying your answer is right. I'm not saying because you answer that you are right. I am telling you, answer yourself. If you have friends, ask them to give you answer and gather the similar answer. Maybe you will see the inevitable footprint of the cabals. Cabals. Why is it that all this time or number agitating for Niger Delta, none of them owes Onyibe? Ask yourself a question. Do you know they have been agitating for Niger Delta liberation or deliverance or restoration or actualization long even before Ojukwu moved to declare Biafra? Do you know? Ask yourself, all this Niger Delta agitation, Niger Delta militant, Niger Delta Otoroto, Niger Delta everything. Why is it that with all this agitation, Ogoni Niger Delta movement, nobody in Niger Delta owns oil well? Ask yourself why. Are you that weak? Now, Biafrans, if you are able to answer this question, you will know why we are where we are today. Ask yourself a question as a Biafran, not supporting the agitation of Biafra. Ask yourself, am I okay? Am I okay? It's good to ask yourself question. Hit your hand in the head and say, am I still okay? Your brain will tell you are okay or you are not okay. I just asked a simple question this morning. And if we can answer it, we will understand that everything we are going through, everything we are suffering today as a people, this is the result of the cabal. And the last question there is, why is it that we are the only one in a hurry to develop other people's land? But developing our land has become a cost to us. Hausa will come here. When Hausa Fulani start buying property in Biafra land, it's when they need to collect your land directly or indirectly. So the money they steal from the oil in Biafra land, they use it to buy Biafra land. The same way the money they are stealing from Biafra land, they are using it to buy the gun to kill us. Ask yourself a question. Why is it that no matter the single fan at Hausa Fulani, they have been ruling Nigeria from time immemorial, yet they have the highest number of Alamajiri? Ask yourself this question. As we speak now, head of electricity, Hausa Fulani. As we talk now, head of traffic policemen, Hausa Fulani. Head of NMPC, head of NMPT, head of everything. Okay, Fulani, I remove Hausa. Ask yourself a simple question. Why is it that they have the highest number of poor stinking people across the globe? 90% of the Hausa Fulani youth are poor. They are beggar. Disease is eating them up. But these people are the one controlling the resources in Biafra land on behalf of the British government. Now you see, the same way it is to the Yoruba, the same problem it is to the Hausa Fulani, is the same problem the Biafrans are facing. Did you get the question again? Number one, why is it that Hausa are the one, Fulani rather, are the one in charge of the power, the corridor of power in Nigeria? But yet all their youth are beggars. They are looking for how they deliberately impoverish their youth. Have you tried to find out? Have you tried to find out why Hausa Yoruba are not in a hurry to build house in your land? Only Yoruba managed to build. And as they are going, they are selling it. They are the land agents selling all your land. Go to Biafra land. 90% of estate management or surveyor, all of them are Yoruba selling your land. Listen to your radio. Yorubas are the ones selling your land for you as a Biafra. They don't develop your place. But all your mansion, everything you live for, those things hindering you from being with Biafra and restoration, all of them are in their land. Ask yourself a question. All the agitation from Niger Delta region from time immemorial to today, why is it that none of them still own an oil well? Ask yourself a question. Why did Ojukwu not even win his street community election when he came out for president? Our own general. If you are able to answer this question sincerely, you will see the answer. The answer is the cabal. Cabal. Cabals are everywhere. Cabals are in IPOB. Cabals are in Aso Rock. Cabals are in heaven. Cabals are in hellfire. Cabals are everywhere. Cabals are not just Yoruba or Fulani. You have a Jo Cabal. You have Igbo Cabal. You have Abo Cabal. You have Fulani Cabal. You have Hausa Cabal. You have Tibi Cabal. You have Yoruba Cabal. Cabals are everywhere. They determine and they decide who we are and what we go through and what is our right and what is not our right. You do not see them. You feel their impact. I will stop there this morning. And by the grace of God, tomorrow evening, or rather this evening, we will analyze the characteristics or the functions of the cabal. Don't let anybody deceive you. Because all these things happen does not mean you are weak. Because all these things happen does not mean that somebody have brought you down. Because all these things happen does not mean that you cannot change your situation and circumstance. If you fail to see the movement of the cabal, you are gone as a people. We fight them every day here in IPOB. We fight them. They sit behind and they remote all of us. Yoruba will never be free. All these things they are enjoying today is temporarily. We are here to observe the balance. Our Fulani will be using our wasa. It's just a matter of time. We will accept the balance and they will see the truth. Here in Biafra now, you will see the truth. We will upset the balance. And then we shall know who the cabal will run. Somebody is doing something. How can Hopus Odema be a governor in Imo State? Somebody who is not even recognized by INEC. Cabal. They are the misery, the power behind our misery. Like I said, later in the day, we will look at the characteristics of this cabal. I'll be back in a minute.
It's Marco. Mr. Pro, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chuku Agama. I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland.
Yes, of course, we are going home, and there is no two ways about it. If you cannot see this invisible power behind our misery, it will continue. They are everywhere. There are cabals in America. There are cabals in China. There are cabals in Hellfire. I say everywhere practically. If you do not know the cause of this problem I have mentioned now, you won't see them coming. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is the special number for the female. Don't let anybody deceive you. Somebody is behind it. There is a power behind our misery. Yes, caller on the line. There is a power behind the misery that affect us as a people. They will tell you, no, it's the winch in your village, oh, it's the winch in your village, oh. No winch stopped you. There is a power behind it. Caller on the line. Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning.
Good morning from here.
Yeah. Good morning, all Biafrans worldwide. My name is Mr. Onyibe. I'm calling from Germany. So I'm only asking our people to wake up, and also I'm thanking our director, Mazin Namdekanu, Uchemefo, and you, George Onyibe, and all the principal officers. I'm only saying what is happening in our place, that all Biafrans should wake up, because time is not time for argument or blaming one another, because the enemy is around the corner. All Biafrans should wake up so that we should go and get our fatherland. Enemies are our backyard. We cannot relent. No retreat, no surrender. I am only saying that Kabiyama should strengthen all Biafrans. Please, all the people that are coming in the media saying that director should forgive or should not be exposing the evil people, I am saying that the director is doing the right thing, because the director is doing something that Kabiyama direct him to do. If you watch all these years, he's keeping quiet. This is the right time for him to expose them, because we are almost at the promised land. If he did not expose them, something will go wrong. So now, as he's exposing all these evil men, then other ones that are hidden, they know that their own time is numbered. So I thank Kabiyama for giving our director strength upon strength. And no matter all what enemy is doing, he is still waxing strong. I am attacking you, George Onyibe, because the war you are facing in Biafra land, God is strengthening you. I am praying that Kabiyama should help you, bless you, give you whatever you need, because I know that zoo is very, very difficult. Absolutely difficult. God should help you, provide all your needs, secure your family, secure you too, until Biafra come, until we sing the praises in the land of Biafra. I thank you.
Thank you. God bless you, and God be with you, my brother. Our people must understand the truth. We are blaming ourselves for every mistake, everything. If you ask somebody now, why are there poor people in Sokoto and Zungeli, they will tell you it's Igbo man. Igbo man is the cause. You ask somebody, oh, why is it they didn't build third Niger bridge or 50 Niger bridge? They say, oh, we don't trust ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We are being managed by cabal. They are the power behind the misery our people face. Can we get to the essence of undoing ourselves? That is not true. But if you don't see these people coming, if you don't understand how these people function, they will keep doing this. When we finish recycling that generation of blame, we will continue with another one. We need to be ready for all of them. We need to understand how they function. No Biafrans that don't love their home. Our parents may not build fine mansion, but we love our home. We love our home. And if after all these years, the confidence and the desire to come home does not burn in our heart to consume us, and then you've not been part of us, I ask a simple question. Go back and ask yourself, who is responsible for all these things? You will understand the need why Nigerians must disintegrate faster than anyone can imagine. Brother on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, I got from kids in Biafra land. A very good morning from WhatsApp, Poland here. My brother from another womb. Yeah, this is okay for the see Wajamis grant. I heard from Omaka. Omaka is in all province of Biafra land. And I appreciate your Muhammadike or memories and all your listeners, and above all those people hearkening to your voice. I say, make continue to push them, but they never cease until Biafra is restored. Mazi, what you're telling us this morning is as good as going back to your root, like always. Mazi, we that is in diaspora here, Mazi, you can start with us. If we are flying down to that country now, do we have any airport in Biafra land? The answer is no. It's either you fly through Abuja or you go to Lagos. And above all, the ticket from here now to Lagos is very cheap. It has about 200 or 300 different when you want to fly down to port. Mazi, when we say we are people that is marked for total extermination, these people strangulated us. No mega company in Biafra land. No mega company. And what our students, whenever they finish the youth corps, they send them to Guangzhou or whatever, I don't know, in the north. And I've never been there before. Why can't they develop something in Enugu so that those of them from Biafra land, when if they claim they love us, they do their youth service in Enugu or in Aure or any other place in Biafra land. But they will send them to contaminate them. And when they finish, they give them, they just indoctrinate them, the foolish ones, into their system. And that's why we have another saboteur from that angle. Mazi, how can we strive in that country where you're in the studio now? Mazi, tell us the truth. The megabyte you use in that part of the country, is it the same from Lagos and Abuja or not? Is a megabyte the same?
Why will it be the same?
It's not this. Yeah?
It can't be the same. They don't want it to be the same. MTN will rip us off. They know what they do.
Yeah, let the Biafra tell themselves truth in the Biafra land. The MTN card you buy there, the Glow card you buy there to make calls, the rate they charge you, is it the same rate they charge people from Lagos? So, Mazi, when we talk, that's why we are telling our people, but upon that, our people are still doing everything to make sure that they help all these Funanis coming to our land, selling our land like what is going now, ongoing at those family Omeke kindred in Ofrola. Near Omoka, no breeze, selling our land. They are seeing what is playing now. They want to help them to turn us into another Afonja. They don't see what is happening in Lobanta. Whatever Onyibe is doing that, but one thing is sure, Mazi, all those nonsense they feel that want to do to us, we will undo all of them. It's a matter of time. Onyibe is trying all his best. What of this man did not come? What do you think will happen to us? By now, and also now we're on our side. Because this thing that is happening in Benue, they're planning for us, but by grace of God, Onyibe came out. Chukwukaba continue to show that he loves us, but there are things we do ourselves. And the one Chukwukabema will do, he has shown us every sign. Still, we still have people, we are still begging our people every day upon the preaching of Mazin and the Kala. Every 3 days, every 4 days, our people still feel ill advised. Look at our people in America. What will we tell them? Those of them that have not repented, though, what he asked them 2015 and above is what is playing now. Above is Nawahana. They are running her tasketa. Mazi Emangwangweme Rodachi. Let our people continue to do what they're supposed to do. The life we live in Lagos, the life we live in Abuja. There's a way you speak it in your own language. Nobody loves to be outside. We want to go home. We are village boy. That's where we are grown up. What you get in your village, you cannot do it. You cannot drink pami, ordinary pami in Lagos. Whatever you drink there, but in Biafra land, you eat whatever you want, natural. Just like we're in diaspora here, eating nonsense. Everything we eat here is chemical. And tomorrow somebody tells you he's comfort. Nobody's comfortable in diaspora. Nobody. We cannot deceive ourselves. East or west, home is the best. Mazi Chukwokaba keep is penetrated. We are going home, whether they like it or not.
Much.
And whatever they have done, we will undo it. Thank you, Chukwokaba. Thank you.
Yes. I ask us a simple question. Why is it that in Biafra land, all of us run out? The moment they open the cage, we just fly out to Malaysia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Jaga, everywhere we fly and we hustle and hustle. When it is night, every bird fly back home, but we never come back. We find it reluctant to come home. Sometimes we hang out in Abuja or we hang out in Lagos. And then when we die, they bring our dead body. We will build big grave for you. But I'm not blaming you, honestly. You just don't see the enemy at work. CABALS made it possible that it remains that way. I remember in those days, they would tell Ikwereman, oh, you don't travel and see. Until I got close to Ikwereman and I understand his own perspective, why he has to remain in his place. And he said, how can I have oil that is making Fulani and the rest to die in my community? And then I'm traveling to their community. To do what? Does it make sense? How can we own heaven and earth? But yet, the idea of coming home, you struggle with the power of the misery, something you don't understand. Ask yourself this question. Answer these questions I've asked you this morning. In the evening, hopefully by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, we analyze the characteristics of the cabal. Cabal made it possible that Fulani Hausa youth will be poor. Hausa youth will be poor. They will be beggar generation after generation. Hausa youth are designed to be poor. They cannot go to school. CABALS make sure that no Hausa Fulani Yoruba will have any meaningful factory or company in Biafra land. CABAL, who made you to develop Abuja, Kano, Kaduna, even without your knowledge? CABAL, who made Ojukwu to lose election here in Biafra land? CABAL, who put Ozodema in Imo State? CABAL, who made sure we don't have international airport, good road, drinking water, we do not have seaport in a country that border with Atlantic Ocean? CABAL, who make you hate IPOB? CABAL, who divided the Niger Delta upland, the river line, bottom line? CABAL, we have CABAL Igbo, we have CABAL Hausa, CABAL Fulani, CABAL Ijo. These are just group of criminal-minded individuals. We shall expose them tonight. CABALs are in heaven. CABALs are in hell. Do you know Lucifer formed CABAL? Lucifer in the Bible, you get him in the book of Isaiah or Ezekiel. He formed his cabal. He gathered the angel of God and formed his cabal. If you don't know how they function, cabal atrocity against a people, a race, a system cannot be undermined because it will ravage many. And so we look at cabal and we laugh at them. Brother on WhatsApp, are you still there?
My dear brother,
Zuangogo Pen.
No, the
day you see me in Biafra land, just tell me Zuangogo Pen.
I'll always enjoy your program. And Mazi Foreign have just said everything all. Mazi Ekinoreke, he has just said it all, my brother. There's cabal everywhere. There's cabal everywhere. Nnewodo is a cabal. Nnewodo is a cabal. Even this one that is foreign minister, Onyibe, is a cabal. There's cabal everywhere. But, oh God Almighty, there are people that will take off when Biafra comes. Biafra is just around the corner. Nobody knows what Onyendu is doing. I remove my heart for Mazen Nandekano. I remove my heart for Wokike. The man I call Wokike, Nanda too much. Look at the exposure on Wednesday. Just Wednesday gone. Look at the exposure. They are in trouble. The zoo is in trouble. And the zoo will be pay. I won't go pay. Because now Trump, that's why they want to remove that man. Trump is a good man. Trump is a good man. And Trump will make Biafra come through. Who is in National Rock now? Nobody. Nobody. Mazi, nobody is in National Rock. Onyendo said that I will destroy National Rock with the truth, not with one bullet. About a pam. About the one bullet, the zoo is collapsed. The zoo has collapsed. Who is talking about it now? Who is talking about Buhari? Who's talking about the zoo? I am grateful I'm a Biafran and I have sense. Biafrans have sense. I am grateful that Biafrans all over the world, they are united. They are united. They now know they've been educated. Before we were not educated. We went to school, we went to universities, but we were not educated. This one man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and IPOB, they came and educated us. We now know. We know more than they know now. And Biafra is coming. Mazi, you are waking us up. Your program is waking us up. Hold on to that which we are holding on. You are an angel to Biafrans. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you.
And you have a lovely day.
And you too, my
God
brother.
bless you.
Thank you. Our people must understand I'm not blaming anybody this morning, no. But I'm trying to ask you to reason, find out, reason very well, think very well. What is behind the power of our misery? We find ourselves in a misery situation and circumstance. We find ourselves in a precarious situation. Use any grammar. Check the power behind those misery. It will amaze you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out fighting to free Biafra. Some people, they are busy. Let's form cabal. This man is a cabal. This man want to chop money. This man want to claim Biafra. This man want to do this. Go and watch every problem we encounter as a people. You will see the power of the cabal behind it. Call on the line, your name and where you calling from. Call on the line. Call on the line. Are you there? Call on the line. Yes, sir. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
My Reverend, it has been a long time. I'm trying, the line is too busy. I'm just thanking God for your life. Thanking God for our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm thanking God for all the principal officers. I'm thanking God for what He's doing in this our time. We have seen the truth and we have endorsed it. And the truth cannot be covered. I have seen what God is using our great leader doing in the world. This thing is not only we Biafra in the world. He has entered to the world. I say, may God bless our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and bless all the principal officers. My African rep, please, I want to chip something concerning this cabals. We know that John Naiwood and the Asare Dokubo and all the rest is a cabal. And don't be surprised, it's all of them that eat money. They collected contract to bring Fulani in our land. One day we will know who collected that money, directing Fulani into our forests. Because Fulani don't know our forests. Who collected that contract? One day we will know better over it. All of them, as we are treating this cabal, they are listening and they know their work. They know how they're eating all this money, betraying their people. bringing sufferness, killing our people, it doesn't touch them. They are raping our mother, it doesn't touch them. They are raping our sister, it doesn't touch them. What they after is money. Stupid people. What they after is money. Idiots everywhere. People that doesn't have conscience. Our people suffering, no road. Is it not a Kuremade that collected money for building Lagos, building about Port Harcourt Expressway road? He eat it, he embezzled the money till today. And he want to tell us he's a senator. They are the elite in Biafra land. Is it not a Kuremade? Fraud everywhere. The people who supposed to defend their people, they go there, they turn to be the lion devouring their people, eating the flesh of their brothers, thinking that we don't know. One day, one day we will know the better. We know them all. They are not hidden. But I thank God for this wonderful gift we have from above our leader, Mazen Namdekalo. Do you see, just exposing Asare the Kobo, do you see, and the John Wood? There is many, our great leader knows, but he's still, in many years this thing happened, but he's still covering it, looking whether they will change. Looking into Asare the Kobo and all these flavor, looking whether they will change. And they still had in their heart doing more. Is it not Asare the Kobo started abusing our leader in social media? Abusing our leader in social media, insulting him every day. This man is still enduring. Who knows the many people he holds enduring, looking them to change? Who knows?
Thank you very much.
We are calling them leaders, stupid people. Onyibe, thank you. I'm cutting off here. I'm so angry over these people. They have done us a lot.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must understand that no matter the situation and circumstance we find ourselves, everybody must understand what is behind it. What is the power behind the misery we feel as a people? If you don't understand it, and then there is a problem. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. Good morning from here.
Okay, good morning, Mazi. May God Chukwu bless you, sir. Mazi, I'm calling from Paris, DK from Paris, sir. Mazi, your topic today is very good. Although I come late, I didn't hear the topic a little bit, but I have to go back to your 2 days topic, sir. Please permit me. Fellow Biafrans, I greet you from Paris. May Chukwu Kiaba bless you guys. Every hand that bless Mazin Nandekalo, may Chukwu Kiaba bless him. Mazi, why I come this morning is this. I see people, all these chat and bell, social media, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Rising up, telling our leader to forgive Asare Dokubo, to do this, to do that. I want to remind them, before Asare Dokubo come to this IPOB, or before he come to this struggle, Biafra into IPOB, there's many people we have already forgotten. People like Imam Mezu. Somebody raised Imam Mezu a day before yesterday. Imam Mezu is a second man when our Lord Mazen Nandekalo went to preach. You will call Imam Mezu. Somebody like Uche Omionio, Clifford Irwana. Where is all those people? Do you know what those guys do? You are coming to social media advising. Who are you advising to? To advise Mazen Nandekalo is a piece of advice. Who are you to advise him? Who are you? Do you know where we start from? Do you know where we are coming from? Just a guy, they give him 20 million to do a job. He didn't do a job. Upon that, he come out and swear with a fake Quran. And upon that, you come out and social media talking about to unite. What are you going to unite? What are you going to unite? Then another one again come out, Magnus Oracle. Magnus Oracle want a post. He want to be a leader by all means. Magnus Oracle, if you are watching, if you are hearing my voice this morning, you have to keep on the line. Join IPOB. Bread doesn't come from heaven. Nobody gives bread from heaven. You must work for the leadership and work for it, and you keep for the line. What is all this nonsense? Do you know when this man was suffering, building this organization? Everybody, let us forgive. Forgive who? Forgive who? Because when you give a second chance, you will do another one. Then you ask for forgiveness. It's true, we need everybody, but we don't need a tout. We don't need a tout. If you misbehave, you go by the corner you have already forgotten. Then you will be there until further notice. If you want to repent, you come open, repent, and ask for forgiveness. If our leader wanted to forgive, he was supposed to forgive Imam Mezu. He was supposed to forgive Uche Onyomyo. He's supposed to forgive Clifford Iranya.
Even forgive Buhari self.
Even to
very
forgive
soon
Buhari
now,
self.
some people will say, oh, forgive Buhari, it's a mistake, it's not his fault. Oh, forgive Obasanjo, forgive all of them.
What is all this nonsense all about? When somebody commits, the next thing is forgive. Please stop all this kind of rubbish. Which kind of forgiveness? Let our leader be. He knows what he is doing, and he is in position to handle every case that come upon his table. Nobody should give him any piece of advice. You don't have any right to give him a piece of advice on concerning the pig in the River Rai area. You guys should take your time. Or if you buy phone that has a camera or that can chat, then you use it to talk blah blah blah. Take your time. May God bless you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
my
you,
brother. Sir. God is faithful, but all of them will not hide in place. Biafra is holy. Biafra is supreme. Biafra is something that we do not know. Biafra has been murdered thousands of years ago. They buried Biafra. That is why Obasanjo came and told you that Biafra is dead and buried. We don't even understand how he came out, and now they know Biafra cannot be stopped. But Biafrans must understand the power behind the misery they encounter on daily basis. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, good morning, my able African rapper. I'm coming out clear.
High Priest of Abenokpabe, you are in order. Go ahead, please. Sorry, did I call you High Priest? Assistant High Priest. Go ahead.
Exactly. Good morning, good afternoon. Good morning, Biafrans. Good afternoon, Biafrans. Good night, Biafrans, depending on your time zone. I want to contribute something on this program about cabals. You see, from the onset of the zoo, cabal is the only thing that is ruling the zoo. Cabal is the only thing that is taking care of the zoo. And you know the worst part of it? They are now grooming the little cabal, the young cabal that will take over from them. That is what they are doing. From generation to generation, they will make sure that they groom another cabal that will take from them. In heaven, cabal, we are there until they were chased out. Now, I want them to meditate on this word now. In every generation, in every country, in every set of people, there will always be a cabal. But at the end, what will be the fate of the cabals? What will be the result? What will be the ending part of their what they are doing? Because there shall always be a day of reckoning. There shall always be a day of accounting. Because if you watch in heaven, after they were pursued, they were driven out. So all the cabals, all whatever they are doing, all their children, what will befall them is what is unimaginable. You see, our people we are talking about Asadi. I don't even have time to talk about Asadi because he's nobody. He is nobody to talk about. We don't waste our resources. We don't waste our energy. Our leader just opened the eyes of the people for them to know who Asari is. And I'm sure he will no longer talk about it because Asari is non-entity. Cabal. Do you know that we still have cabal in some area, in some states, in some local government, cabal everywhere? But we are keeping notes. We are writing their names down.
If your father house is not even under key and lock, cabal will run it. Cabal will run it. Do you know when you bring like me that has a wider family, when all our wives return home and you don't let them live by principles, do you know they will run cabal on all of you?
Exactly.
I stopped my wife from interfering. I called my wife and I said, see, you see anything that regard my family, treat it as your family matter. Don't ever dream of trying to turn my mind against my brother. No matter how bad they are, you don't have that right. Focus on my immediate family. You don't talk to my brothers. When they insult you, they insult me. When they misbehave, they misbehave. Allow me deal with them. If I don't leave her, she will run cabal on my head. Some of our brothers can't even relate to their family member because their own wife have run cabal on top of their head. But if you don't understand how they function, they continue destroying everything and you will be blamed for it later on. Sorry for interrupting you, my brother. Go ahead.
Yes, this is exactly what happened when our leader was in Kuje prison. Those he trusted too much, those he put into his heart, they run cabal against his deputy. I'm sure you people are not forgetting that issue.
We are coming gradually.
They run cabal against his deputy, calling him ordinary deputy, that they should be the one to take over. But what is their fate today?
No,
so
they say he's ordinary. They don't call him deputy. They say he's ordinary broadcaster.
But
he's not deputy. Exactly. They didn't say Mazimefo is a deputy. They say he's ordinary broadcaster.
Now, the lesson to learn from all these things is that at the end, what will be the fate of the cabals? What will be the fate of the saboteur? They must surely be exposed. They must surely be dealt with. That is the only lesson I want every cabal. If you're a young cabal, if you're a senior cabal, if you're the oldest cabal, the lesson to learn from this, at the end, you will always lose. Thank you very much, Africa. This is the lesson I just want to bring out.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue from there. Our people must understand. Mazia Ganeku, are you still there? Happy New Year from here. Go ahead, please.
Oh, good. Good morning, dear friends, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on your time zone. I remember as you I resided here in Italy. I'm happy that I connected with my radio, with our radio this morning, because it has been a long time, you know, because of some circumstances. Please, Onyibe, I'm very, very happy to connect you this morning, because it has been a long time. It has been wide, you know, that I never connected. Biafrans, and again, I don't know why I don't receive any notification again. You know, I can't make any comment now on our radio, even when Hamadike is on our radio station broadcasting. Even when Uchemefo is on our radio broadcasting, I can't make any comment this time again. I don't know why. You know. So, but nevertheless, we must continue.
I will advise you to go back to all our Radio Biafra pages and like them again. Just relight them. Facebook always deactivate people from getting access.
I continue doing so. It couldn't stable anymore. I don't know why, you know. But nevertheless, we are moving ahead. I must thank our leader, Obuefi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our deputy, Obuefi Uchenna, and you, Mazi Obuefi Onyibe, and Obuefi Powerful, and Obuefi Chike Dozie Mabanyem, Nenianya, Zayuba, Abanyem, all of us, Ogolo, my national coordinator here in Italy, I greet all of us for our consistency had made us to reach where we are today. Let nobody let nobody slack back, because we are moving ahead. this is the time of Biafra. Biafra owns nobody, you know. We owns nobody at all. Rather, they owns us. First and Second World War, slave trade, missionary, and colonization was did just to change our way. But that truth that they turned upside down, we must bring it up again, because it's not our fault. The problem on this planet is not our fault. You know, we are not the cause of it. Everybody has to face their own responsibilities this time, because we are not the cause of it. You know, you can see what is happening. What is happening now is appalling. It's very, very bad that people created something that is killing people, killing their fellow people. You know, it's very, 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 you know, bad that we are experiencing such thing in this 21st century. You know,
Thank you
friends,
very much.
let me tell all of us that we must bear it in mind that we remove state government and local government in our thinking now, because in IPOB Omenala, we have removed it completely. So as I'm from Nemo, as I come from Nemo is my next place. As you asked me, where did I come from? I come from Biafra. The next place is Nemo. Nothing like Anambra and Ndikoka. It does not exist. That's why you see our president is messing up now, because the corruption was created yesterday. You understand? So we must remove state government and local government completely. Thank you very much, Onyibe. Go ahead. We see tomorrow again. Thank you. Almost here, Biafra.
Thank you very much. There is no two ways about that. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Good morning from here.
Every Biafran, anywhere you have found yourself on this planet Earth, get ready. Get ready. Freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. We are Biafra. Now let's get to this question. It's a divine message. Okay, rat, okay. Now Bruce, Hawaii. Okay, now Bruce, Hawaii, Homo Biafra. Ewu na-agụ onwe ụkpana na-efekwana n'akwụkwọ yiri ya mgbe ha hapụ ukwu osisi aka amara ya otu a ka Chineke si fesa ya maka ji na eze awụta otu ọwa ka Chukwu Okike Abịama nyere ezigbo nri ndị China na-ere ọtịka ọwa ka Chukwu Okike Abịama nyere ezigbo nwaanyị ọgba nje ọnwụ na-edebere ga-ewepe ihe kechata eze nwaanyị mmiri akụ n'onwe ya. Second King. See, it's First King. First King chapter 2. Let them know the kind of know. Every enemy of Biafra, if you don't repent now, Sirach chapter 17. Repent now. This may be your last day. Makata about the hala, I got two I know whether no one else. Oh, yes, when I got to the flag. Second Samuel chapter 17. I feel no. But take the time to make it that. Because you open like the Kunga, Biafra, I had that hand. Oh, my God, go to Biafra. I will on your friend the at the top, we are my beloved pilot, cut you. Let us believe it. So we don't bow down before any blood, except our Chukwu. Let us do that. Now, America, to pass, I went to not bring people to all our partners. Oh, very, all your pullers die, see like a couple of your dogs. Oh, if you know what is coming, you will get ready now. Get ready. That is the kingdom of heaven and earth. You will live comfortable. You will live in peace. We will cherish one another. We will have good roads. We will have electricity. Yeah, I told you, woman, but Onyibe, yes, in a case, you never like to go at Japan, or take up a later. Oh, my, I happen to go. See, Madame, I am for one, I got the body, I'm supposed to throw out of shit. Yeah, 21 girls. Yeah. When you pull up the Biafra, yeah. Oh, my God,
You see?
thank you
Thank you very much.
I got 72 hours. We will teach the world the lesson they will never forget.
Almost hail Biafra. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, Mazi Onyibe, I'm saying a very big thank you for your lecture this morning, though you are offering it free of charge. Many people paid a lot of money, just like as our leaders in the conference hall, to listen to such wonderful lectures. But Biafrans, we give it for free. So this very morning, I want to say three things, and that three things is kind of basically based on some little questions. Number one, Mazi, please, I want to ask you, has this coronavirus, has it suddenly ended, or are they trying to tell us that the thing is no longer effective? Because what I'm seeing right now that is going on globally, I mean, the riot that is going on, even the Obama himself was among the people that are campaigning without face masks and the social distancing. And these are the people that asked the whole world, Obama and Bill Gates with Hillary Clinton. They were the people that asked us to distance ourselves, that we should not go to the stadium, we should not go to church, we should not go to school, we should not do anything. But I saw him in a crowded rally. You know, I just want to know if this coronavirus is no longer effective. That is number one. Then number two is what has been happening in the zoo. Does it mean that we don't have men that have balls that would rise up and stop these people in the National Assembly? I mean, the red carpet. Do you know that day before yesterday, they approved two two loans borrowed from the same country in China? First was 21.something billion naira around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock before the senators arrived. All the northerners gathered and approved it. Then around 4 p.m., they approved another one, 5.2 billion naira. And I want to ask, all this money they are borrowing and they kind of collecting from China, what are they insinuating? And people will always go to National Assembly and continue yapping and talking nonsense without asking questions. And these people will continue to borrow. Why Nigeria don't even have, the zoo don't even have a way of paying back this very money? And the money they are borrowing that, not that they are borrowing that very money to help the zoo, but they are borrowing that very money to enrich themselves. And people continue to say one Nigeria. That is what I want to ask. So what are the reasons? Why is it that the senators, especially in Biafra land, in that very National Assembly, will not rise up and ask questions? Because all this budget they are budgeting, Southeastern, the Biafra lands are not included. That is my second question. Third one is that you saw that they are grooming this young boy now, Buhari's son, to come up in 2023. And for us to know that his father is no more. Wale Soyinka said yesterday on his international news that nobody like Buhari again in Aso Rock. And my question is, why is it that people are afraid to revolt against this issue? Why is it that nobody except Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, why is it that every other person, nobody wants to stand up for this very issue? So these are the three questions that I want to ask. So thank you very much.
My brother, just still be on the line there. Number one, regarding the coronavirus issue. The coronavirus is official and it has cabal. The coronavirus in Japan is not the one in America. The coronavirus in America, certainly not the one in Europe. Coronavirus in Europe is not the one in Nigeria. The one in Nigeria, they protest We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. Give us tea, we no go gree. Nigerian coronavirus victim are stronger than the doctor. They protest on daily basis. Idiot will say, I believe it isn't, but no problem. Kaba, manage coronavirus. The first coronavirus victim from Kogi State was a woman who landed from London. They quarantined her and give her coronavirus. There is nothing like coronavirus as far as I can tell here in Africa. It is man-made. But my message for them this morning is that many will deceive others. Some group of cabal will think they are deceiving many, but they themselves will be deceived at the end of the day. When they saw issue, they forget coronavirus. People are not dying again. They have not gotten the cure. I leave it for the cabal, let them run the world. But all of you, your time is winding up because people are now knowing the truth. So because people are now knowing the truth, you want to implant chips into them. So you take away their God-given mind, that free will. We shall see how it ends. I leave that for coronavirus. For Nigeria, in my broadcast yesterday, and even before yesterday, our leader have made it clear. Nigeria is gone. Fulani don't want Nigeria again. Their only agenda is to loot everything lootable. Sustaining the loot. Now there is nothing much to loot. They will borrow money on top of Nigerian head. They give the cabal some percentage. They will continue looting. They will loot till even when Biafra come, Yoruba come, Oduduwa come. Well, I will not say that. But it's going to, we will stand and fight at all weather. The only thing remaining is to loot. That is what they are doing. And when I talk about cabal and the power behind our misery, which is the cabal, that is what is boiling down to. They will not give Southeast anything. Southeast cannot say anything. About 4 days ago, we talked about the airport in Enugu. That same morning, they have told you that the construction has been reopened to continue reconstructing and the reopening of Akanibia Airport. All these are grammar. So they know what they are doing. What else can they do other than to loot? That is what Fulani man is known for. In terms of trying to groom the next generation to rule, they cannot. Only God control that desire. It is the power is left within the Creator to raise up poor people from the dust and bring down mighty men down to the same dust. Nobody can do that. Go back to Yoruba church. All these their general overseer, they have made their children head of their company, their different churches. Adeboye children are in charge of Redeem. Oyedepo children are in charge of Winner. Mountain of Fire children are in charge of Mountain of Fire. Odukoya, Deeper Life Kumuyi. Their children are this general overseer when they are dead. They've written it down. But the point is that all their children are somewhere drinking kai kai, burukutu. All around the globe. They are not Christians. Defiling church members and choir. Looting or 419ing all the members they can reach. They are not God. Buhari is a terrorist. He only gave birth to heritors. Heritors can't rule. Buhari's son cannot rule. They can use him and another remote control will control. Let them be doing what they are doing. But let everybody know the truth. We all know that the Nigerians belong to the 11 generals, the murderers. Buhari, one of them. Babangida is still there. Obasanjo is there. Yaradua and the rest of them. Tiwa Danjuma. This country is their property. But like you said, does it mean there are no men with balls? Let me tell you. There are men with balls, but their brain was damaged. I was part of it. My brain was damaged because I couldn't see through. We have always known what Nigeria is made up of. But we just don't know where to start from or where to end because we have always believed that we need billions to make things work. Until a man whose brain was not damaged came. And our leader and one of his brokers straight it out how they managed to pay the bill when this movement started. We remove our cap for all of them. Their brain was not damaged to that extent. They understand that everything big starts small. And if you believe your God will agree with you. They understand that you can do anything. That is how they led this revolution. And now they have wakened many people. There are men that have balls. Their brain is damaged. And we are repairing it here on Radio Biafra. And I want to believe I have been able to make 1 or 2 points clear. May not very perfectly anyway. Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line.
Good morning.
My brother, speak up like a man. Let me know if this phone is bad or if it's the callers that are not responding.
Good morning, Onyibe.
Good morning, my brother. Go ahead, please.
I'm happy to hear your voice once again. If I die today, I'm happy to die as a Biafra, and I died as my own father told me before he left this world. Onyibe, all these cabals, one day their days are numbered. Even though whatever they are doing to kill us, they can never succeed. One thing I want to tell Biafra to ensure that we are there. You could carry their hands there. Biafra is just like trees. When they hear man, they are most there. So one thing I'm telling them is that when this thing happens, their children must suffer the same way they are going to slaughter their fathers and their mothers. Guys, thank you. I'm signing off from now.
Thank you very much, my brother. And hopefully this is where we draw the curtain for this morning segment. Let's not the caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, sorry, caller on WhatsApp. Go ahead, please. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, good morning, one.
Good morning,
yes, good morning, Onyibe.
Go ahead, please.
I have waited a lot. I'm very happy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Biafrans all over the world. My name is Machuku Onyeka from Yaoundé, precisely here in Cameroon. We're talking about CABALS. That same CABALS has done a lot of damages in our brain. I want to start it from afresh because if you people, our Biafrans all over the world, still remember one man called Obi Debiero. That man is a very strong man. If you people don't understand that we have people in this struggle that have suffered a lot from the hands of these cabals. I want to make everybody understand what happened on 2016 at Mpo. I was there on the ground. I was one of the volunteers. Do you know the cabals were running this year? I was waiting them. I was waiting them after Wasari was taking oaths to almost see and come up with the other one. I'm waiting. I was waiting for him to finish oath and oath and oath and oath. Come from the cabals, which you ask Mondo here, call rubbish, then I'll finish them. Because we knew. We just kept quiet, looking like we don't know anything. We know everything that is going on. That fateful day when the gunshot was very, very, very much after we have chased the first truck at that very early morning, 3:30 from the church. We chased the first truck and the second one again by 5:30. Do you know when these people entered in, through the bush and started running their bullets towards our own brothers? Because the security volunteer, let me tell you people. No, the innocent ones that we were told not to come out with us because time and our boss but they have to come because they love what their people were doing. Do you know that one language I may use because when I'm saying this thing now, he was telling you now that he was training some of our boys. 2016. There was no boys that we were training. We went to Newi, Unoshi. Screaming us everywhere. Do you know that these young men, both from Bayelsa, many places, if I in China use one language, Asawana, we were using one good language. Do you know that Mwokur 7:30 around bullet on our people? Some young men penetrate because the break happened nearby on chain. We have to start carrying them. Where my phone? Buying a radio Biafra. Come on, the next command. The next command not there was Imam Mefu. He was like, Akwagi, Kogwaro, Abagi, Bagwara, Dochefonu, Kita, Nonya Neku. Near the draining rubbish. When you have a here. That was his language. How can I tape all those tapes? I don't know. But that they use mother where certain the muddies. The second language again, where put again, that's another second man and again, Omio, which is Nasibo. Oh, mom, he knows me as I'm speaking. I have everything, think about them. Mogeru, I'll finish them. Unless my so you band there, Nam the Kamunayo, Astronomy, anything, I'll give every damage about them. Can that go sharp now? Haven't glory. He started in Radio Biafra, who is where the work now, so our men is on ground. This is the place out. The point I want to bring out this morning. For those people, Nandekano did not give 20 million or have not been giving money to that criminal. He has signed money to protect Biafran land from day one. No man was assigned. And we were any. If I got the by the hand was getting head bridge that we should continue. We are there and did not head the bridge. Every time making the connect, I went to Obosi. I connected some young youths in Obosi there. That is when we started italiating small. People are wicked. And now narrow concrete. They started killing everybody. And now was spray bullets. Negotiation the mother. More than who may have the guts and the tenacity saying that I'm taking this oath now. Our name came there. You are men, which men? Was it not Roche Jack that called me 2017? Now I call over 7-8 hours, 3-4 days. I told him, don't put yourself into this issue of UCHMFO and the RBI. Don't think you're smart, either as a professor. Now, where are you? Shame. If you remember, I said, keep quiet. Get no rough where the struggle. If you don't know what to say, you are putting into shame. Undeja imposa sorry. Nekafara. Ucho kole. Leonard Ademene. Mazo Onyibe. I don't want to say things.
I understand.
Some of them think we don't have people that know.
I understand.
Or they're
I understand. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes. And of course, people must understand. We are not ignorant of the devices of the enemy. We understand how they function. By the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I was there from the very first day. One IPOB member kissed the Mother Earth. Shot directly from well, like our brother said, we shall know how it ends. But having said that, this is where we draw the curtain for this morning segment. Biafrans across the globe must go back and have a bit moment of reflection. Ask yourself, why is it that way? If I ask you now, why are you not in the village? You say, my uncle is a winch, my auntie is a wizard, my this one is a this. You will narrate why you can't go home. Believe me, they are not the problem. There are cabals. It is not just only in Biafra land or in Nigeria. It is everywhere. But you know what? We have seen them. We know how they function. We know how they operate. The Fulani will make sure that our Wasa remain poor. Poor. Nothing. It's not going to change until you stop Nigeria. It affects everybody one way or the other. But I want to tell you this morning, it's not your fault. But if you fail to look at those behind your misery, they become very powerful. Now we know who they are. Let them bring in that crook they are planning, everything. Let them come up. We are here. They will understand the stuff that Biafra is made up of in the end. My brother on WhatsApp, please go ahead.
Yes, sorry, Master Onyibe, I know you are running out of time, but I just want to ask them, our brothers. You know, we have been configured in our mind had been configured that some people can't even reason. This last caller, God bless him. On a serious note, God bless him.
There are a few things he said. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Only few people know these things. And that made me allow him to talk. There are things, he's a very meticulous man. Honestly, this Asari issue, if we open it, I will scatter many things, so, but let's leave it like that. We are not what they do doesn't control us. Let them yap. I personally say I won't talk to them. Every day we are begging. That's help us, governor, join us, saboteur, help us. How long are we going to do that? We will upset the balance. One day they will understand what those words mean. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. Because I really don't know the category. What are the criteria of forgiveness? Somebody I wish this tape, if I can get this, so that we send to certain people. No, we don't want to cause confusion, but in a rebroadcast, though this I'm gonna share this rebroadcast now, and we will make sure that anybody listen, make sure this last tape go. So those who are making video for forgiveness, those are not that we cannot forgive. Our leader,
my brother, only God owns forgiveness. God owns forgiveness. It's not that we will not forgive. God is the owner of forgiveness. Let him begin to forgive. But yet he has not forgiven Satan. Let me tell you, what I believe is that let there be a justice system. If I am guilty, let me pay. But if I'm not guilty, don't put your filthy hand on me. But for forgiveness, that is God's property. Forgive. Very soon we will forgive Satan self. Will God never forgive her? But honestly, let there be a justice system. And if anybody is guilty, let them pay. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you very much. Because somebody have not done anything, no evidence of anything against him. You pick up your phone on your own comfort zone, start making series of videos, not even one. All of a sudden now something came up, we are still. This cabal you're talking about, there are many. All of them are granted a lot of interviews. Even some program a day before yesterday, somebody called from London and start defending Emeka Mesari. Emeka Mesari must have granted an interview somewhere and talking about that kind of the 6-point Nigeria, Nigeria did. When somebody was when try to analyze that particular program, how dangerous, because people are trying to configure people's head to make them believe that Nigeria will work. That was the same Emeka who is one of the cabal from London, called and start defending Emeka as if start saying Nnamdi. I immediately called out the program and tackled that idiot because Nnamdi was not here. He was not making statement. This man got an interview somewhere and say what he says. And the program director is analyzing what he said without Nnamdi. All of a sudden, he's dragging Nnamdi to that particular program. Where did he enter from there? So this kind of people this caller, God bless, as I say, because people will not understand how everything starts. All of a sudden, all of you don't gang up now, jump, forgive, bring them together. How do you reconcile with this idiot one by one now? Did they show any sign of reconciliation? Let me not waste your time, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. And this is where we draw the curtain. But whatever happened, you must understand that we are Biafrans. And we come from Biafra. As you go about your lawful business, please do have a wonderful day ahead of you. And those of you going to bed now, do have a pleasant night rest. Udo, ndewonu, ndewonu.
Away from my back province, Legend Rasta, Baba Chums, boom. I see you, Jenny.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun, is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun, is the land of my birth.
I will never be frustrated. I will never run away. I will always believe in the word the king and my father told me. Oh, my Biafra is a beautiful place, and it's so good for the people to live. No wonder people they are free, no pressure here to see. If you like me, go follow me, go. I'm gonna show you many things to it like it's a girls and the dance for love.
See me, I come from Biafra. See me, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun, the land of my death. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun, the land of my birth. Gonna go. Then the things I wouldn't wanna go. No matter what they do, no matter what they say. Biafra is my home full of big people. No matter what they do to bring us down. Forward ever, backward never. Let me hear you say freedom. Brother, let me hear you say freedom. Let me hear you say freedom. My sister, let me hear you say no. See me, I come from Biafra. See me, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun, the land of my birth. I come from Biafra. Oh, we come from Biafra. We come from the land of the rising sun, the land of our birth. The land of the Most High. We are the children of the Most High. My one for downfall, but the Most High is on our side. The days of our misery, truly, right now we are seeing victory. Hey, all I see is freedom. No matter what they do, we are gonna be free. Hey, I want to be a Biafran, baby. I'm proud to be a Biafran. See me, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun, the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Come from the land of the rising sun, the land of my birth. Oh, to be a Biafran. For them and them, he don't call them and do them and have vampires. Make way for them. This one can have them and them. For about provides them. You gotta put respect to our leader, Martin Namdekano. May you go to my bless and protect all Biafrans. Biafra.